Pay Your People Better, May 12th. It's like 8:30 in the morning right now because my sleep schedule is all messed up. Been up since like 4-ish. I don't know. Part of it is because I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. Because I've been playing on Project Ascension, which allows you to pick all your abilities for the most part. There's some limitations to it, which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. I knew I bought a lot of bay leaves, but I didn't realize I bought that many bay leaves. So I got a lot of bay leaves to work with now. It was like $10, I think, on Amazon. Who knows? They may not be the best quality, but I'll throw in like 3 every time. I gotta clean up this place at some point, but today is more about cleaning me up because I gotta take a shower. I gotta do laundry, which means I gotta figure out the whole like using my cell phone to do stuff with it thing. I'm gonna do something real quick, not on camera, just slightly off camera. I just want to see if I can do it. Probably not, but we'll see. Oh man, damn it. Well, I got 2 rotations of the hula hoop. I gotta start figuring out how to get that better stuff, words. I'm gonna try. So, I'm trying to go back down to the gym again this morning. Like I said, I've been getting up at like 4 in the morning now. I have my cinnamon, which I haven't had in a while. I got 2 more Nooches, nutritional yeasts. They are so good for so much stuff. Like if I were to ever become a vegetarian or a vegan, that's the starting point for me because it works. I got this variety pack of Quest bars because I wanted to see if like any of it was really worth it. So I'm gonna cut one of those open here. Main reason I use these now, because like for the most part I don't need a protein bar anymore. Well, bigger than I thought. 20 grams of protein. The main issue for me, and then again, the main reason I use them in the first place is, honestly, I thought I had ordered more Shin Ramen, but I guess I didn't. Because I still haven't even opened the one that I have yet. Because I've been pretty fucking lazy about that. I might actually do that later. But I do have overnight oats. But these are like for when, especially for tonight, I'm going to go back down to Santa Monica and hit up the comedy club and see about the possibility of watching some more open mic. So I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been drinking any of my coffee, really, for like the past week. And so like it's just sitting there, steeping. One thing I have decided to try and do, just to kind of get it over and done with, is kind of basically taking a little shot of the buttermilk. So, not the most flavorful. Not the most tasty of things, but it's not bad. It's just, it's not something that, like, I find myself wanting, normally with milk, I just want to drink normal milk. And it doesn't serve too many purposes. But I want to see, just to kind of, like, take a bite of this. I think it's Liam, Mr. Plant Slant, has been kind of, like, espousing the nature of these bars. There's sucralose in it, which isn't great, but I give that one like a 4.5. Like maybe a 5. It's just like right down the middle of the road. Not great, not terrible. No, I'm gonna go back down 4.5. That sucralose aftertaste just doesn't help. So not looking forward to the rest of those. That's gonna be fun. But one of the things that I've been doing in the last week is drinking a little bit more. And by drinking, I mean consuming alcohol. Mostly just kind of get it over with. I basically have one more drink's worth. I don't have a whole lot of Coke left. So what I'm going to do is what was it for? I made a simple syrup the other day for some recipe of something. I don't remember what I made it for. Guess I'd have to check the computer. It wasn't for sure. It wasn't for the pudding that I had, because I had a pudding. I don't know. It wasn't for the Jell-O that I just made last night. I don't remember what the fuck it was for. But I just been kind of like clearing some of the bottles out. I need to take care of those potatoes. They're growing eyes. So I get rid of those fucking eyes. Which is weird because like usually, it's not very bright in here. And that door is almost always closed. But whatever. I'll just peel them off, cut them off, and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm essentially almost done with my like various purchases. I did have to make another purchase just for a couple of other things because like I want to get a strop for my my whittling knife. Right now it's just like it's been used mostly for the soap, but I know going forward it'll be necessary and useful. Plus I can use it for other knives. Doesn't have to be specifically for just the whittling knife. I've been needing to get these, and every time I will go to the fucking Smart & Final, like this is still too much, but every time I went to Smart & Final I just couldn't get the smaller batch. The smaller size, which are about as big as this can of Bush's beans. And so I'm like, it's just such a huge difference, literally. And so now, I got to figure out what to do with that. And, it's like, literally, I just had the 2 ingredients remaining for the most part, I think. Yeah. Because I want to start making some spaghetti sauce. Because I got new, chicken, bacon, whatever protein. Those are basically the 2 proteins that I'm using at this point. Chicken more so, just because like it's generally cheaper. It's not as easy as the bacon. The bacon is just super simple. I can, grab several rashers of it and then, cut them up into pieces into the pot and then just start cooking. And I have a giant fucking mess that I've been very slowly getting rid of. But yeah, so for the final drink, which I've already got one going right now, just for the fun of it. And that's where most of my caffeine has been going too, or coming from rather, is the Coke stuff. Because I just wanted to see about making some rum and Cokes, because I had a little bit of rum left over, and I was like, fuck it, why not? I gotta do laundry today. I gotta take a shower today because I don't have any laundry taken care of. And I want to be able to at least, clean up a little bit for the comedy thing. Whether I go up on stage or not, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna. Last week was like, I was in that mentality. I was in that mode where I was like, I want to do this. This week I'm like, I don't give a fuck. So I might not. Who knows? But, yeah, I can make the simple syrup. And then, what the fuck was that for? I made simple syrup for something. It's gonna drive me up the fucking wall. But yeah, and again, like I'm trying to go downstairs more often. I need to go at least once a day just for the elliptical. Like, I don't want to go, but I need to. And just taking care of that will be good. My problem is when it comes to doing stuff, it's like, okay, I don't remember the last time I took a shower. It could have been last week on Tuesday for all I fucking remember. Because I haven't had anything to do since last week on Tuesday. And part of the reason is I don't take my showers because the water pressure is often so low. I get defeated by the idea of standing in there for fucking 30 minutes. Because like if the water pressure's on high, like I can test it right now. It's not that great. It's about average. So it won't trickle like an old man's junk, but it will not have a lot of pressure to it. And when I mean a lot of pressure, I mean an okay amount of pressure. Like a reasonable, everyday, you're taking a shower, you're not even thinking about it kind of pressure. I'm not talking about high pressure shit. There is no high pressure on this. The highest pressure it goes is moderate. And so often I just don't take showers because I've already gotten into this habit of not wanting to deal with it. And so, like, I definitely need to talk to somebody about it, but I got to clean up in here and stuff, too. And it's just like... And then I get overwhelmed and I don't fucking do anything and I stay on the fucking computer all fucking day. And it's frustrating. So I just give up. Which is the way that I've approached life, for the last, I don't know how many fucking decades. I'm trying, but at the same time, it's like, okay, going back to the exercise thing, right? It's been a while. I need to shower. I need to clean up. But if I go downstairs and I get on the elliptical for 10 minutes, sure, I'm not actually really breaking too much of a sweat. It's cool enough in there, so it's not as much of a problem. There's rarely anybody in there. Like, literally, I've only been there one time, and that was earlier in March when I first got here, and they were gone literally once I got there. I just asked him if he was using any of the machines. He said no. I was putting my shit together by the time, because I was like setting the machines so that they could be at the proper weights so that I could switch back and forth. By the time I laid down, which by the way was like maybe a minute and a half tops. By the time I lay down to get on the bench press, he was getting ready to go. So I was like, all right, whatever. And so it's not warm because of people. And it's not like I'm on there long enough because like 10 minutes is basically all I can do right now. And it's not like I'm really getting much of the sweat. But at the same time, I just don't like doing stuff like that. And then, right now it doesn't really matter because I'm going to bed nasty anyway. But then like going out and doing stuff either. And so it's like just trying to make sense of my own neuroses in regards to this, as annoying as it is. Because that's really what it is my neuroses getting in the way of just doing it. Of just saying, fuck it, just do it. And then whether or not you're going to take a shower is irrelevant. Just do the thing. And so, like, I made some mac and cheese. I haven't cleaned the thing out and did some of that with the lot for sauce and everything too, and it's just like I haven't even cleaned out the fucking the Instapot for the noodle or for when I made lentils, and I haven't cooked any meat, so I haven't been, you know, like consuming it with the, it's like just the lentils and the rice or the beans and the rice really aren't my deal. I need at least a little extra protein in that shit. Just for flavor purposes. And sure, I've got seasonings and all that kind of crap too, but yeah, it's, I mean, I know most of my problems are me getting in the way of me. I know that. It's just, it's very difficult to like figure it all out. And one of the things I could do to make my life just a little easier, now that I've thought about it. In fact, I thought about it before, but I didn't re-think about it again until just now. Might as well do it on camera, 'cause fuck it. Thinking about it, let's do it. I was like, what am I going to do with this bad boy? Well, I'll just put some noodles in it. Is that the best way to do it? I don't know. Does it matter? Not really. But hey. And then one of these is got busted because I was making ice cream, the like cheap homemade version. And I still have another one right behind you. So like it's not even like I'm done with these. So I had to toss one of these because I don't know if it's just because it's too flimsy to deal with it, or if it was because of the ice situation, or what. So when I was making some cheap ass homemade ice cream, I don't know if it's gonna fit. I might still need that. Shit. That's annoying. Alright, well, let's put the rest back in here then. Fucking hell, man. This is ridiculous. That's a little bit more in there. There we go. Now we'll do this. I guess one of these holds just about one of these, so that's good enough. Alright. I guess I can put it up here. Yeah, okay, we got room there. Where'd the lid go for this bad boy? I put it down somewhere, right? I don't fucking know. That's why I need to clean up. One of many reasons why I need to clean up. No, I got other lids. Figure it out. But yeah, I would say that the next real purchase would be something like these, but the better versions. Because I don't remember where the hell I got those. Oh, I put it up here. Because like deli containers are great because they're nice and thick. Like that's the reason why you actually want a deli container for something, is because of their sturdiness. Now I'll say easier when you have a dishwasher. I will say that. All the dish, like if I had a dishwasher, I wouldn't have as much of a problem. It would all just be inside the dishwasher for the most part. I would still have the main issue of, because I don't clean as I go, and then I basically clean until it's, you know, when it's time for me to need it. That's where the real problem comes into play. Oh, man. Yeah, it's, my life is a mess. Everything around my life is a mess. Again, I still can't remember what the hell I made that fucking simple syrup for. is, I don't think it was for, it wasn't for the Jell-O that I'm aware of, because, there's a recommendations. 2 cups cold milk. Beat pudding mix and milk with whisk, 2 minutes. Pudding will be soft set in 5 minutes. Refrigerate afterwards. No problem. Totally worth it. The closest thing I can think of was the ice cream related stuff, but even then, it's not like I would have needed it for ice cream. I don't know. If anything, it was probably booze related, but so, oh, now I know. It took me a minute, more than a couple, and I got something to more or less show for it, but also more stuff that's on the way to help boost it. Speaking of coffee, and speaking of liquor, coffee liqueur. In the actual, like, good deli container with the good deli container lid. That's going to sit there for a while. Just sit there in the fridge. I've got some vanilla beans on the way. I don't know how best to actually store them. I'll have to look into that. But that was the reason why I made the simple syrup in the first place. Problem is it doesn't have as much of the simple syrup as it should have, because the recipe, and I think it was a Serious Eats one, the recipe called for 1 1/4 cup of water for the coffee. And I didn't think that, absorption, maybe part of that coffee would disappear or whatever. This will not, it doesn't have enough space for the extra simple sugar that I have. Let me see. I might just be too much of a whiny, because I didn't use all of the simple syrup for the other stuff. So I used it for something else. I think just for fun. But I wanted to make my own version of Kahlua. So I did. And I used my cold brew, and I used, instead of course, vodka or whatever they typically call for it. It works, but good Lord, is it just like right there on top, and it's like encroaching over the edge now. Oh well, whatever. What the hell else is back there? Well, something that looks like it has some fucking fungus on it. That's great. Cool. Don't know what the hell it is. And that's the thing. It's like I'm cooking at scale for certain things, and then I'm forgetting about it, or I'm not using it for other things, and it's just... It's like the other night, I was just kind of dicking around, and then I was watching some more Last Meals, and I don't remember who it was, and they had, or I think it was making mac and cheese, but it wasn't necessarily for a Last Meals. I don't remember. But it was associated with Last Meals, Mythical Kitchen, and all that. Maybe it was fucking Alton Brown. I don't really know. But I got it in my head that I needed to make some mac and cheese so I could eat it. And then I did. And it was like 2 in the morning. And I already had all this mess. I just made more mess. Because I can't figure out how to fucking clean things, especially with low water pressure. Like, it works, but the problem is also like, I'll be standing there and then I'm just tired after like 5-10 minutes. It's just like I have to do everything in what seems like 10-minute bursts, and that's just annoying. Because then it's like, I feel like I've only just started when it's time to retire, so to speak. And so I often just don't do anything. It's just a constant battle of dealing with that. My countertop is all fucking dirty. I'm gonna clean that off. I at least put some water. Oops, I don't want that. At least put some water in a spray bottle. so that I can have water in a spray bottle. It's useful for many things, including just wiping stuff down. Like, part of it is, you know, I don't want to touch the stuff that's on the stove while it's hot, and then I forget about it. And then I'm tired for one reason or another, and it's just, I mean, yeah, I'm making a lot of excuses. It's just how it feels all the time. I just feel tired of everything. Kind of wish I had a maid, but at the same time, it's like, there's no space for a maid. Also, it would only just, like, I would need them every other day. Because I need to be the maid. I need to be the one that cleans all this shit up. I'm the one who lives here now. I'm the one that has to take care of this place. But it is very indicative of my mentality and how I don't take care of myself. I don't fight for the things that matter. On occasion I do. Like, I fought for the gift card, and now that's empty. I use the rest of it. I put it on Amazon, because even though I'm trying to avoid Amazon, it's the easiest way to get the stuff I need. Because, like, I can't get everything that I need around here. Sure, I could walk down. I mean, literally just the other day, I went to go see about getting a fucking French dip sandwich, and the place is closed forever. So it's like, it's like one of the longest lasting establishments in Los Angeles, and it's closed mere months after I get here. It's like, fuck. And I need to get like a slotted spoon, because I'll probably get that at Smart and Final, because I know I can get those plenty of there now. Because, like, they're just so easy to use when it comes to, like, splitting eggs. Like, sure, you can use your hands or whatever. But they're also useful for other things, too. And I don't have a slotted spoon at the moment. In fact, the only large spoon I have, and it's not even in there, because I used it probably for cheese or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Down here? Yeah. Is this one. And it's not very good. It seems like it wants to be ergonomic, but it's not. And there's just not a lot of volume in the spoon either. I'd rather have the ones that are wider and flatter than this. That are like just stamped metal. Because those, at the very least, like, that one feels like it's covered in Teflon. And so everything just feels like it's going to slip out. And so it doesn't really serve its purpose as like a serving/mixing spoon. So just having a normal everyday metal spoon to do the job would work. And the same thing goes with like a slotted spoon. So it's like, well, I guess I could grab those too while I'm at the store. Fortunately, I'm not going to be paying, exorbitant fees for, internet/phone anymore, because now I got a free phone. I just have to pay the final payment for T-Mobile, and then that'll be over. But then I'm basically waiting until my AT&T thing pops. Like, I have the money, it's just waiting. I'm waiting until the AT&T bill pops, just to see, make sure everything works in that regard. It's like, this is really the only way that I can consume my Shin Ramen, is one of these. I don't even think I've touched my bread since I made it last week. I gotta check that. Oops. Pushed you out of the way. My bad. Let me see. Yeah, it's looking a little sad. Oh, man. And that means I'll probably just use two. It depends on what I have. Hold on. Because I also need to make some pizzas, because I still have some old school pizza sauce left over from before. There's the towel. Not like I'm gonna not need it, but so I guess I could do one big boy and then two. Can I do two? Shit. I think I can do two yet. I gotta clean them. Such is the way of my life. Oh, well, no, that's the sugar. Never mind. I'll probably put it inside one of the tall boys then. Yeah, I better do that. Because these are my general backups for stuff. When it comes to various containers of things. Because while they do the trick, it's just that they're tall. So yeah, I don't think I've touched this bread since I made it. Using these containers is a better way to get. It's a better way to use the space in the fridge than using one of these mixing bowls. And I used the tall mixing bowl because I just wanted to see how well that would work. It worked out pretty well. So yeah, now I'll just split this into half and then half again. That's what? Just over 1,200 as usual. Yes, before I do any of that, let's prep. Let's get our mise en place, if you will. Get a little bit of olive oil into containers so that it doesn't stick to every fucking thing. Semi-mise en place, if you will. Just grab it and split it down the middle. Alright, so that one's less than. And then let me have my dough. 83, 90. $5.99. Very nice. And then just let that sit there and spin it around so that the oil gets all up in it. And then we split this in half. 610. 4. 8. I'm going to go a little higher because it's just over 600. There we go. 300 and change. Flip that around. Get it covered in oil. Alright. Take that out. Drop it in there. Pull it out. Around, drop it in there. Okay, that's all done. Now I gotta mess with the bowl, my hands, and then I gotta put these bad boys where they belong in the fridge after I wash my hands. With my terrible water pressure. Jesus Christ. Like, even if you don't want the water pressure to like spray all over you, you still want reasonable pressure so that it can at least cover the surfaces of things easier, thereby allowing you to get more soap, soapy water and whatnot. into the places, more water into places, because water is the universal solvent. And so it even takes more runs to wash your hands off, because you're not getting as much water. I think the pressure has decided to go up just a little bit here. But it fluctuates goddamn much. It's so unstable and it's just unpredictable because of that instability. Makes it so difficult. Just after 9. Throw this away now. I mean, like, ideally, the thing that I want to do when it comes to, because, like, when I'm making my bread, ideally what I want to do is I want to have a container that I can put a lid on it instead of using, you know, plastic wrap or something, because with the lid, at least I can, you know, keep it on there. Now that I have aluminum, you know, a shit ton of aluminum, I've got, you know, 1,200 feet, sorry, 12,000, essentially, 12,000 square feet of aluminum foil. You know, I can put it to use quite a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I gotta get lids for everything. And I was like, I know I got some lids. Where the fuck did I put them? There's one there, one here, and I just used / replaced one lid over here. Alright. Now I gotta figure out where to put this crap in the fridge. And then I also gotta cook up my chicken at some point, because, you know, if I let that sit too long, then it goes bad. And I'm wasting chicken. I'll just put it all on top of the chicken. Fuck it. At least for now. Yeah, just everything feels like it piles up on top of itself so easily. It's very frustrating, and it makes doing anything productive just that much more difficult. Is that the one toilet roll that I was thinking of? Yeah, it is. I was trying to figure out where I put this fucking thing. Because I was like, I got this one toilet roll from EcoGeek that I don't know where the hell I put it. And I kept looking around and I just happened to notice it was sitting on top of the old box of the other toilet paper. Pardon me. That needed to get cleared out. So I use my cinnamon for my spaghetti sauce because it makes it just that much more interesting. The first time I ever did it, I used too much. It was pretty noticeable, but it wasn't terrible. It's just, it was more noticeable than I wanted it to be, and so I had to cut it down like a quarter of that amount, because I think I had like, I think it was 2 teaspoons. And so I cut it down to a quarter of a teaspoon. Maybe less than that, I don't remember. I have to look at the recipe, which is on the phone. So, yeah, I need to put some money on my laundry card, and I need to start laundry, and then I gotta take a shower at some point, and then maybe work out sometime between then and there. I don't know. Whatever. Figure it out. Have fun.